Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief keeps you informed about what's happening in Annapolis, Anne Arundel County, and Maryland. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and, of course, local weather. Your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Friday, April 30th, 2021. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis daily news brief. Well, just like that, April is history. Wow, where did it go so fast? All right, the faster we get into this, the closer we are to what all looks like to be a great weekend. So hang on, here we go. On Wednesday night, the Anne Arundel County Sheriff's Department was trying to serve an arrest warrant on a man in the 1600 block of Durham Court in Hanover. He was wanted on an assault charge. They knocked on the door, and his family said that he was in an upstairs bedroom. They went up, and the 23-year-old male suspect began yelling at them and ultimately pulled out a sheathed knife and began to unsheath it. The deputies deployed a taser, which disabled him, and he was arrested, taken to a hospital for treatment, and then processed and brought to jail. So now, on top of the assault warrant, the suspect is looking at charges for attempted first and second degree murder, first and second degree assault, resisting arrest, and failure to follow a lawful order. While unfortunate, I am glad that our law enforcement officers in the county are generally very level-headed and understand how to resolve and de-escalate situations without any kind of deadly force. A day after Governor Hogan relaxed the mask mandate, County Executive Pittman and Mayor Buckley both said, yeah, us too. However, both did caution us to continue to be careful and to mask up and distance as needed. Now, Health Officer Dr. Colleen Araman said that fully vaccinated people can engage in more outdoor activities without a mask, but the non-vaccinated should continue to mask up in most situations. Remember, this is only for outdoors. Indoor mask restrictions are still in place statewide. And speaking of statewide, all of the state-run mass vac centers are now on a direct appointment basis, or you can walk up, but there pretty much will be a wait if you do a walk-up. Some moves at the State Health Department, and Anne Arundel County has a seat at the table. State Secretary of Health Dennis Schrader has named Dr. Jinlene Chan as the Deputy Secretary for Health Services. This is the position that was held by Fran Phillips, who retired last year. Chan had been acting in the interim, and both Chan and Phillips are former Anne Arundel County health officers. And in another appointment, former County Executive Steve Shue was named Deputy Director for Healthcare, Financing, and Medicaid. In his life before politics, Shue did work for finance firms specializing in corporate healthcare finance. So I think these are two really good appointments. Sliding into schools, the schedule for graduations for the 12 county high schools has been announced. June 7th through the 12th are the dates, and all of the ceremonies will be at the brand new Crofton High School Stadium. Students will only get 2 guest tickets and 1 parking pass, so carpool it. There will be 3 graduations each day at 10 a.m., 3:30 p.m., and 7:30 p.m., their time to avoid disrupting the teaching that's going on at the new school. Anyhow, June 7th, Meade, Northeast, and South River. June 8th, Arundel, Chesapeake, and Broadneck. June 9th, Severna Park, Southern and North County. June 10th, Old Mill, Glen Burnie, and Annapolis. The schools do have June 11th and 12th on their books as well in case there is inclement weather on any of the planned graduation days. And it is Friday, so here are a few events that you want to consider. Remember them? That's when people go out in public and they have fun, they laugh, they smile, all that kind of stuff. Anyhow, the Annapolis Symphony is holding their final performance of the season, and this one is actually virtual. It's happening tomorrow. You can get tickets and watch it right at home. You want to head to symphonyplus.org. Also tomorrow, it is the grand reopening of the Eisenhower Golf Course. It's been rebranded the Preserve at Eisenhower Golf Course because that sounds a little bit more highbrow than just Eisenhower Golf Course, I suppose. The course has been closed for several years, and they are hosting a ribbon cutting later on this afternoon, and it really does look incredible. You can reserve tee times at this ridiculously long URL, so bookmark it, thepreserve@eisenhower.com. And this is a county-owned golf course, so it is a public golf course. And also tomorrow, all day long, it is May Day in Annapolis, one of the most beautiful days of the year. So make time to stroll the business and residential streets and see the amazing floral creations everybody puts out on their doors and stoops. And if that was not enough, Sunday is the return of the Downtown Annapolis Partnership's first Sunday Arts Festival. The first block of West Street and a little bit of Calvert Street and People's Park will be filled with spaced-out vendors and artisans, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. And just as a disclaimer, by spaced-out vendors, I mean physically, not like they're there doing shrooms or anything. I mean, some of them might be, but that's not what I meant. And finally, a quick reminder about tomorrow's local business spotlight. I literally got hungry editing this, but we spoke with Mac Lunas from Lunas Steakhouse, and that was really fascinating to see their history and how they're working and everything else. So you want to make sure that you catch that one tomorrow or whenever you decide to listen to your podcasts again. Like all of our local business spotlights, they drop at noon on Saturday. All right, that wraps up the news for us today. As always, thank you for listening, and if you are somewhere where you can leave us a rating or a review, go for it. And make sure you let your friends, family, and colleagues know to give us a follow. A quick thank you to today's sponsors for the Daily News Brief, Solar Energy Services, and to the Kristi Neidhardt Team of Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company. It is Friday, so I'm just going to say, have a great weekend, be safe, wash your hands, and I'll see you on Monday. Now, hang tight. George Young is here with your windy and locally forecast weather report. He's coming up in about 60 seconds, but first, you know the drill. Here's Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Are you interested in an exciting career in one of the hottest industries of the next decade? At Solar Energy Services, we're currently hiring solar installers, crew leaders, service techs, and sales representatives with immediate needs in all categories. Are you feeling uninspired in your current job and want more meaningful work where you can make a positive impact every day? Do you like the idea of being part of the team that installs solar panels on residential rooftops, commercial rooftops, or ground-mounted arrays for entire communities to use? Or maybe you're a good troubleshooter and communicator who likes solving interesting technical problems. Whatever your preference, the upside of working in the solar industry is tremendous. Contact us today about joining a great company with a rewarding culture and an inspiring mission. Call us at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
When you live near Annapolis, you know how fickle the weather can be. So you need a truly local forecast that's accurate and reliable. Forecast right here in Annapolis. DCMDVA weather is not just for today, but for the rest of the week and the weekend too. Now here's George Young of DCMDVA weather with the weather outlook for today and beyond.
Hey everyone, this is George with DCMDVA Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Friday, April 30th, last day of April 2021, and we might see a bit of rain along with potentially very windy skies and cooler conditions as a frontal boundary dips to the south of the region, putting Anne Arundel County into some slightly cooler conditions before a cold front comes from the west and kicks it all out to sea, resulting in a day today in which temps are in the upper 60s to lower 70s, but winds possibly gust to 40 or 50 miles per hour at times, setting the stage for a nice weekend. Though it will still be breezy on Saturday with sunshine in upper 60s to lower 70s again for highs before a great first Sunday in May with sunshine and highs in the 80s for all of Anne Arundel County before more showers move back into the picture the first half of next week. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DCMDVA Weather. Make it a great weekend out there. Stay healthy and be safe, and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter, and use our website each day by visiting DCMDVAweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Another moving moment from Kristi Neidhardt of the Kristi Neidhardt Team from Northrop Realty, a Long and Foster company.
Life is a series of moves, from new beginnings to new opportunities to a new place to call home. Hi, I'm Kristi Neidhardt, and as your goals and dreams change, my team and I will be there with you and for you, making buying or selling a home an easy, safe process. Whether you are looking to relocate, downsize, or find the home of your dreams, you can trust the Kristi Neidhardt Team with our years of expertise to find exactly what you are looking for.
That's another moving minute from Kristi Neidhardt. To get in touch, call 410-295-6579 or visit kn-team.com. That's kn-team.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues, this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis and Anne Arundel County. And don't forget about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. And make sure you follow us on Facebook at All Annapolis and on Twitter at Eye on Annapolis. This Daily News Brief podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 6 a.m.